I'm gonna watch 5 minutes of this.
I guess to start, so to those of you that were here the other day when I was playing Outer Wilds, completely unprovoked, completely unprovoked while I was playing Outer Wilds, I had a guy come into my stream. His name is T-Mall, and he came into my stream unprovoked, and he started donating. And I'm gonna turn off the music. So he started donating, and the donations
I can see why she's being harassed. Yeah, this is awful. Why would he do that to her?
were anything less than kind.
Oh.
He originally started blocking my stream, and then I had a chatter stand up for me. So I'm gonna go in order. Oh, I think these are the same. Okay, so here's the first one. So he comes into my stream initially, and he goes, "Hey, is this really your first time?" Obviously, I respond with, "Yeah, no, this is my first time, because I'm playing a new game I've never played before." And then he says, "Damn, okay, well, hopefully it's your last time too. I found you, and I deeply regret it." And then after that, I got a raid from Wrath. Wrath raided me with 164 viewers, right as this was going on.
Okay.
So Wrath raids me, and then, oh my god. Wrath raids me, and then he says, "Welcome people who just got raided. The stream's kind of whack, not going to lie. Best to get going." And then after he said that, Kui stood up for me. Kui practically said, I don't exactly remember what you said, Kui. I can actually find your chat logs really fast.
I'm gonna just stop it right here and say this. You're making such a huge mistake, like, letting people donate and say this shit to you. Like, the moment somebody says something weird, you just instantly block them and stop responding. Like, she should have done that right away. Like, the moment, like, he went and said, like, stream's kind of whack, like, who the fuck goes in and says that?
Kui said, "Ban that guy. Ban him a little as a treat. I wonder if there's a way to delay text-to-speech to mods. Can check them for spoilers." Oh,
yeah.
Brian is crying. Then Brian, go get some more allowance from your mommy. I think, Kui, you went a little overboard, and that might have made him a little more mad. And then, so Brian said, "Kui Quake Theater, she ain't gonna get with you, little man." And then you continued, Kui. and then he said, "Wait, stop. I ain't finished, Kui. Kui is astronomically..."
She needs to be splitting these donations with Kui, bro. Like, this girl's farming her donations.
"Down bad. Bro is hopping on you any chance he gets just to get shut down. Little man wouldn't last a second in my hood. Where you at?" Keep in mind that Brian is a rich white boy with a daughter.
How do you know that?
He's not in the hood. He's just trying to act cool.
Right.
So then after that, he says, "Spudsy," he gives me $20, and he says, "Spudsy, I want you to give this money to Kui Quake Theater. They can use it on an escort. Sure, he had to pay to get laid, but at least he'll be getting some sort of action."
Okay, I'm actually intrigued. I'm now this is way better than what I had expected. This is so stupid it demands my full attention. I want to say this. Number one, what a fucking mistake not blocking this donator. Should have instantly blocked this donator. I think that, you know, she's a small streamer. She might be new to streaming. She doesn't understand the dynamic. Maybe she needs the money, so she feels like she has to do it. Please never sacrifice your mental health for $4.20. Maybe for the $50 though is, you know, maybe you can take one for that. But $4, nope. Because you take the PayPal transaction out of that, you're really only getting like $3.50, okay?
And then at this point in the game, I die. I fall into a black hole, and he says, "Does Spudsy just fall into a black hole?" Yes, but don't let that distract you from the fact that Kui Quake Theater has never felt the touch of a woman. And then Denix said, maybe...
And you know, like, this guy gets off on the idea that he's co-opting the stream and donating money to elevate his message to try to get one over on another person who's disagreeing with him on chat. Like, this is down bad behavior on a level, like, his heart rate right now, whenever he's doing this, is probably at least 130. Blood pressure, we're talking like 150, 160, like, it's going up.
with Queef,
His face
right?
might be getting red.
No, it wasn't, because this guy's completely. Brian's completely rando. So then, Brian donates again, and he says, "I noticed that Denix just said, Quee, maybe it's a friend that's with you, and Denix, you could be wrong because he would have to be he would have to have friends for that to be true, and Quee does not have any friends." Then Brian donated. He gave me the address to the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, and he said, "Hey Spudsy, this is all for a video."
This is all for a video. Wait, what?
That address was a T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas because, haha, Quee was a great sport about it, and so were you. I will be leaving now. Have a fantastic stream. I was not.
You just got punked.
A good sport about it. He essentially took my stream hostage for 20 minutes. He came into my stream.
To be fair, you should have fucking banned him. Like, he's a stupid fucking piece of shit, and we're gonna spend the rest of the video talking about how much of a piece of shit he is, but you fucked up. You should have banned him. You should have banned him. You let him stay there. You let him make that your part of the content. You could have banned him. You could have blocked him. You could have done anything. You didn't do it. It's your stream. It's your responsibility. Nobody can take your stream hostage because you own it. He doesn't.
Completely unprovoked, harassed me, and then he went after one of my viewers, and then when he said that he was going to make this into a video, I explicitly said, "You do not have my consent." I said, "You are not allowed to put me in a video or I'm going to copyright strike you."
Does she have the clip of that? Are we gonna see the clip of that?
It scares me that I literally told him that he does not have my consent. Like, does he not understand what no means? Like,
the kind of people that do stuff like this think that no probably means ask me harder. Yeah. No normal, well-adjusted person would do this in the first place.
Fucking scares me. And okay, I'm gonna play the video now.
Okay.
I'm gonna play the super cut of the donations.
A raging cum.
Brian tipped $4.20. Damn okay, well hopefully it's your last time too.
She's just like, what? What? Okay.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Species ever even existed. How could I not want to see what this?
Cum.
Brian tipped $4.20. I found you, and I deeply regret it.
This guy's like, what the fuck? What? Who's this loser?
Oh, hi, Raph.
She's just like, she doesn't even know what to say. She's like, oh, thank God, something else happened so I don't have to address this. Oh my God, I gotta take a piss. I'll be right back, and then we'll wrap the rest of this up. This is crazy, dude. She's giving him the reaction that he wants. Well, I mean, what are you supposed to do, right? I mean, and this is, you've got to remember, like, these are like the first few messages. This isn't like 3 hours into it or like, you know, anything like that. This weird boy is just sitting in here sending messages for money. It's like, at least whenever Mr. Beast does this, he donates like a good amount of money. Like, this is nothing.
Oh shit. Raph, hi. Hi, how was your stream? I looked for a bit while I was getting ready for the day. Hi. I am playing a game called Outer Wilds. Yeah.
Raging cum.
Fuck, Brian tipped $4.20. You do you spoons.
So this guy named Brian just tipped me.
Confirm that that's
Okay, hold up. So there was this guy named Brian that just tipped me.
It is us. Great.
And these are how the
Raging cum.
Brian tipped $4.20. Welcome people who just got raided. This stream kinda whack, not gonna lie. Best to get going.
Brian! My history. That's why I'm here.
Raging come.
Brian tipped $4.20.
This is so weird.
She ain't gonna
Who
get
does
you,
this?
man.
One guy.
Raging come.
Brian tipped $4.20. Wait.
And she's just like in shock. Like, she's like, is this real? Is this idiot really doing this?
Stop. I ain't is astronomically down bad. Bro is hoping on you any chance he gets just to get shut down. Lil man wouldn't last a second in my hood. Where you at? Aha lil man STFU.
So, it's around this point that I started DMing Zeems, and I was like, is there any way to turn off... Can I like filter out someone from donating? So
Oh, she didn't
I'm
even
pretty
fucking
sure
know. Yeah, you can. It's super
Going
easy.
forward, I turned off the text to speech. I think I turned off. I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah. What the fuck? What's in the block?
Raging come.
Brian tipped $20. Spudsy, I want you to give this money to Queequeg Theatre. They can use it on an escort. Sure, he had to pay to get laid, but at least he'll be getting some sort of action.
Oh my god. This is so ridiculous.
This has never happened before on my stream.
Yeah, and this is the thing, right? Is like, she's not like a big streamer. So it's not like she understands like all of the nuance to it, right? So like you have some guy, it's like basically this guy is like a level 60 player or like level 53 player, and he's going into Westfall trying to duel level 12s. Like, let's be real, right? What's he doing?
People that are still here from Wrath's raid, I can promise you this has never happened here before.
Raging come.
Brian tipped $3.33. Did Spudsy just fall into a black hole? Yes. But don't let that distract you from the fact that Queequeg Theatre has never felt the touch of a woman.
That's even that one is at least kind of clever, right? But like this is the least stupid.
I don't know who Brian is, man.
Raging come.
Brian tipped $4.20. I noticed that Denix just said, Queen, maybe it's a friend that's fucking with you. And Denix, you would be wrong.
Oh
because
my-
you would have to have friends for that.
Oh
to be
my
true,
God.
And Queen does not have any friends.
Okay, this is going a bit too far.
He's posting an address.
So yeah, here's when I actually turn off the
She's
text-to-speech.
like, what the
So he
fuck?
said, I stand on business.
What the
Goth
fuck is
Queen.
this? Like, what are you
Meet
doing?
at, the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. The same, like...
Uh-huh.
And then here's the last one. Hey Spudsy, this was all for a video. That outro was a T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas because, haha, Queen was a great sport about it, and so were you. I'll be leaving now. Have a fantastic stream. So thankfully, I actually have a tiniest little ounce of respect for him because the moment I said it was going too far, he did stop. So he gets a little bit of respect from me for that. Although this whole situation is pretty fucking despicable.
To be fair, I think that he basically just kind of wrapped up the whole bit, right? I mean, I don't even know if he did that because she said it was going too far. I think that he kind of wrapped up his bit. So she's okay with this? No, what she's saying is that instead of this being a 9 out of 10 of making her uncomfortable, this made it an 8 out of 10. Does that make sense? So it's like, yeah, it's like at least, you know, he's not that much a weirdo. But like, yeah, he finished. So like, yeah, she still said no.
It's all for a video. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Okay, I guess I'll play that one.
A raging come.
Brian tipped $50. Hey Spudsy, this was all for a video. That address was the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas because haha. Quee was a great sport about it and so were you. I will be leaving now. Have a fantastic Straya.
Well, no, if you're making a video about with me, Brian, I will fucking copyright claim you. I'm not giving you permission to put me into one of your videos.
That's
And
weird.
so right there, I explicitly state that he does not have my consent.
Yeah.
And he disregards that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the raw, unedited version of
Which is
what-
like, I mean, that's totally fucking fair. That's not how copyright works. No, no. Yeah, it is actually. If he's using her content, and it's like also like him, it would be one thing if she didn't say this and then he put it in there and he'd be a stupid asshole. But this is like 5 times worse whenever she's literally saying, "Hey guys, by the way," hey, talking to the person directly and saying, "Do not use this." Isn't Twitch a public space? You don't need permission. If somebody said for me not to react to their videos, and then I reacted to their video, then I would be in the wrong. You understand? Because we're not having a situation of a lack of consent, okay? We are in a situation of a, strong no. This isn't a no answer. This is a no. Fair use, though? It's not fair use. I don't know. Legally, no one cares. Why does anybody care about the legality? Why would anybody care? Like, do you really think I give a fuck about the copyright law? Why would I care about the copyright law? It's written by a bunch of old fucks with erectile dysfunction that can't even use a computer. You think I give a fuck what the copyright law is? I don't care about that. I'm talking about the intent. This person went in there with malicious intent, harassed her fucking viewers, and then tries to make money off of it by flexing $50 on her and saying, haha, you're in a YouTube video. He's a fucking loser. Get a lawyer, that's it. Who cares? It's not about whether... I don't care about the legality of it. That is not relevant to me. What is relevant is that I think if somebody asks you, don't post this video that you've made of me where you harass me and make me uncomfortable in the video, that you should honor their wishes and not post them. I think that if you don't do that, there are instances where I think that you should still do it. Like, for example, like if you go undercover and it's like a restaurant that's actually like poisoning food or there's rats everywhere and they say, don't publish this footage, it'll make our restaurant look good or look bad, I think then you should still publish it. Like, I'm just thinking of like a situation where it would make sense. But this doesn't. This isn't the same thing. There's no greater public good that it serves by posting a video of this girl getting harassed. It's astonishing to me that anybody can see this in any direction other than what I'm saying. It's fucking ridiculous. Morally, you're correct, but you can't stop it. I don't think anybody is against your point. Well, I don't care about legally. Why would I give a fuck about that? I don't care. Why would I care about these are the rules? Who cares about the fucking rules? You just change the rules all the time. Because she said copyright strike? Who cares? Like, then she's going to figure that out with him in court. That's not my problem. It's not my issue.
Happened.
Like, in my opinion, I think that in general, if somebody doesn't want you, like, this is what we do, right? Is like, if somebody is upset at the fact that I looked at a video of theirs, I talked about them or something like that, I have a pretty much no questions asked. If you want me to take down the video, I take it down. I do. I'll take it down. You don't have to explain it to me. You don't have to, like, threaten me. If you just ask me to do it, okay, sure. Yeah, I got you. For sure. My bad. Yeah, that's you, not them. Exactly. My point is that I believe that I am doing the good thing and not doing that is the bad thing. Does that make sense? Like, I don't care about whether, like, if she wants to copyright strike him and figure this out in court, go ahead. That's not my fucking problem. I don't care about that. When you take stuff down, though, you're reacting to something that already happened to finish stream. You aren't part of the thing, so it's another reason why it's quite different. I don't really understand how that means anything. Large portion of your chat is mentally retarded. I think the truth is that if this was happening to a guy, people would have a different perspective. I think that a lot of people just instantly react negatively to a girl. I think that they see a girl that's getting donations and they assume that she's doing it because she's trying to manipulate this guy into doing it. She's wearing a low-cut shirt, and so they're like, oh, she's trying to attract guys by watching a stream with her boobs. And then they have like this reverse engineering logic of why it's okay for her to be harassed for profit. And so really, there's no actual logic or thinking that goes into this because all of the thinking has already been done before the video even started. They've already made up their mind before then. So yeah, no, I'm not going to waste my fucking time explaining to a person like that why it's bad to harass someone. I've made it very clear. If they don't get it by now, then they're just being intentionally stupid.
While I was streaming, he did not include all of the donations. He portrayed it in such a way that made it look like I was just getting mad for no particular reason.
She deliberately said she'd copyright strike him if he reposted. No one's arguing if it's morally right or wrong. What the fuck are you talking about? Well, of course. Yeah, is a copyright strike... So a copyright strike is... A lot of people don't understand fair use. And I think that you might be one of those people. So fair use is a defense. It is a legal defense that you make. Fair use is not a preemptive justification. Fair use is decided by a jury or by a judge. Based off of, there are like 4 different things that are dependent on fair use. Overall, this is what I think. Is that if you are taking somebody's content against, very important, against their will, and uploading it in a non-critical manner that is non-educational for entertainment purposes, I think that's wrong. And I think that YouTube should take it down. I do. That's harassment. And I don't think anybody should be getting harassed. You do not have the right to harass another person. You have the right to upload whatever you choose to upload. You do not have the right to harass another person. And in any situation in real life, like for example, if you went into a mall, like, you know, the piano guy, for example, if the piano guy had been intentionally recording those Chinese people, following them around, and going around and, you know, recording them in the mall, he would be viewed as a piece of shit. Everybody agrees with this. Why is this even a question? You think it's harassment? She could have blocked him instantly, and he wouldn't have gotten his video? She's at fault too, bucko? You think this is harassment? Yeah, I do. I think it's undeniably harassment, and there's literally no question about it. Yeah, there's no question about it. Can he move on? After I ban you, yes. She already said she didn't know how to block him. Yeah, she didn't know what was going on. She didn't know how to block donos. People are so stupid. Yeah, I know. I mean, like, guess what? People don't automatically understand that. Yeah, he took advantage of the fact that she's new. Yeah. Pull up the messages before he banned them. There's no reason to. This is a person who went into her stream and maliciously harassed her to get a response. And then she didn't want to be included in the video, and she was included anyway against her consent. This is bad. Anybody who thinks that's not bad is a psycho.
I feel like I'm completely in the right for getting upset with him. He came to my stream unprovoked.
She's totally right.
Started talking my stream. He called my stream whack. I got rated, and
true.
He was like, "How you guys should probably leave the stream." So this stream's whack. He said he regretted finding my stream, and then he still made a video after I explicitly said, "You do not have my permission."
Yeah, so we have somebody right here, and I'm going to address your point because you think you're smart. What is your concern that I'm saying? Because you have enacted the gotcha death match. You are getting banned. But I will allow you to state your point before I ban you. You literally argued anything uploaded onto YouTube, internet is fair use about some other thing. No, I didn't. I argued that criticism about things is okay. I did not argue in favor of harassment. I never did that. And also, this is re-uploading another person's content in a way that is harassing them. Do we just ban him? You are saying that people didn't think the guy is an asshole, but people said the copyright claim is not valid? I don't know if it's valid or not. That's up to a court to decide. But I think that whenever you upload somebody else's content without adhering to the principles of fair use, then yes, obviously somebody has grounds to take you to court or to at least issue a claim, especially whenever they've asked you not to use the content explicitly. You understand? So like this is what happens, right? So basically, if a copyright claim, if there's a copyright dispute, the person who disputes it makes the claim. And then the person who infringed on the content potentially then makes a defense, and the defense is fair use. So her saying that I can copyright claim this is completely accurate. Now, if you educated yourself in fair use, you would understand that doing this doesn't really fall under any category. And again, this is again against a person's consent. Not without, but against. Not asking. Asking is not a thing in this context. It is morally wrong, but not legally. It is legally wrong. No, you don't understand. It is legally wrong. Did he obtain a license to use the content or not? And also, you have to think again, this is something that is decided by a court. A court makes this decision. You don't make this decision. She doesn't make this decision. He doesn't make this decision. A court makes this decision after hearing the different arguments. A jury or a judge. Nobody knows what fair use is in every single circumstance. That's why it's argued in court. But it is completely within her right to say, I don't like the way I'm being represented, take it down. And then it's up to him to use fair use. She is completely justified in doing that if she chooses. And I think also morally justified, again, because you're talking about legally, I'm saying legally she is. I think that she is also morally justified because this person was acting in bad interest. The guy did half the content by donating messages. Let's stop right here. That's enough, right, guys? I don't want anybody else to lose any more IQ points. I think we've had enough. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep going.
Like, I'm genuinely terrified that he doesn't know what consent is. And he still went out of his way to put me in the video, and he didn't censor everything. So
okay.
This is where the situation gets pretty f***ing bad. So I was doing...
And by the way, I feel this way about public spaces in real life too. So like, I think that it's completely okay to record in public spaces, but if you make another person the subject of your recording, and then they ask you not to post it, and you do, you're a piece of shit. Absolutely. That's the difference. And this is something, by the way, that every rational, functional adult thinks.
Danny, you're in chat, right? So I was doing DSR 2 days ago, and I was just minding my own business, going about my day while doing DSR, and the video went live. So the video went live while I was in DSR, and I have been getting nonstop harassed on every single social media platform. I have gotten death threats on my Twitter.
Let me see it.
I've had to turn off my
comments. Let me see. I want to see it. Every time people say they get death threats, I want to see it. I want to see it. Watch. All right.
On my YouTube, I've had to lock down my Discord. I've had to private my Twitter and my Instagram and everything.
My editor, what's this here? My editor missed a part of blurring her name. I'm fixing it now. Please do not go into her stream and send hate. She's probably standing up for her viewers. Probably one of the nicest streamers I've encountered while doing this. If it becomes a problem, I'll just crop out the clip of the video. Dude, don't be a simp. I would refund that shit. Refund the money for that girl. Too late. Shows getting spam and follow botted. That's crazy, bro. Like, this is nuts. Oh my god.
Everything
And what was the other ones? Let me read some more of these. Lookout, name visible, T-mail quick, it shows her name. Like, I just don't know, like, I'm curious, like, what is the video here? Like, is the video like, hey, I went and I harassed random people on Twitch, and this is what they did? Like, what's the focus of this?
Oh.
You a bitch.
This guy has
It's not a death threat, by the way. But
1.3 million subscribers on YouTube. And he
remember
is
whenever Pokimane said that Twitch was worse than YouTube?
fully aware that he's fully aware that this is happening, right?
Yeah. Let's see here. Gross clickbait YouTuber ignores requests to not feature a streamer in video, claims I forgot to censor it, blames the editor, lets his sexist viewer base harass her, all while not removing the clip. I mean, has he removed the clip now? Did he remove the, like, at this very moment, is the clip in the video? Okay, well then he's in the wrong. It's not even a question.
Right? I keep having people...
And this is, and again, this is really where, this is where the fan base is coming from. A simp has fallen for an e-girl, Construct, the Thought Patrol. This is all about somebody who hates women. That has nothing, the truth is that this has nothing to do with her. This person has had bad experiences with women in their life, probably, let's be real. And this girl is just simply an unwilling victim to this person's frustration.
Right? I keep having people adding me on Twitter.
Bro, why you simping? Like, it's actually, she apologized to notify streamers as a joke afterwards. Don't feel bad just because you actually got a pushback. Every other streamer has feels too. Yeah. Refund a bitch. Yeah. It's actually crazy that, like, in my opinion, I do think that YouTube should do something about people that have a financial, like a financial interest in harassing other people. I think this is becoming like a bigger and bigger problem on the internet. And like with something like this, let's be honest, like this is like a 3 out of 10, right? It's not really that big of a deal. But like, remember whenever the guy wanted to jump out of the hot air balloon? Well, that could have actually killed someone. That could have caused somebody to lose their life or lose their job. And these are like legitimate, really bad things that now, because everybody has the ability to like record and broadcast like wherever they want, basically with like technology, you see so many people that are trying to up the ante and harass in public. It's like there are now policies in place. There's like even a term for it. It's like nuisance YouTuber. This has become, it's become so bad, there's a literal term for it. And I don't know why they're letting this happen. It's crazy. Like, it's telling shit jokes. Yeah. What do I feel like somebody has to die whenever YouTube literally did anything about it? Well, and also, like, by the way, there was one guy who was harassing somebody at a mall, and the guy at the mall shot him. Like, he was a YouTuber, and the YouTuber got shot by a random person because they were getting harassed. Everybody was spamming W. Everybody was happy this guy got shot. Or at least not everybody. I know I was. And I think that's what should happen. If you go and you harass somebody like that, you get in their public space, you make them feel unsafe, they shoot you, that's what you fucking get. And so that's my perspective on it. Don't do that. You know that you're doing it in a bad way. It's about the intent of the individual. And that's what matters to me more than like what really the rules are. Because the rules on YouTube are just made up by some nerd. So like why would I care about that? But like the intent behind the individual is to harass, to embarrass, and to upset another person. And I think that if you create a financial incentive around doing that, you create a very, very bad feedback loop. And I think it's a feedback loop that if advertisers really understood that this was happening, they would completely pull out of YouTube, because people don't want to support harassing other people. And I'm not talking about disagreeing, okay? I'm not talking about like, you know, she had an opinion about something and then this guy is saying you're wrong about your opinion. Because if he was doing that, then I would say that he's totally justified, because it's criticism, it's commentary, and it's adding value. Like in this other case, she's just being harassed. That's it. Good thing not all people shoot at sight. Well, I mean, it depends on who it's good for.
Adding me on Twitter and saying mean things. I got bot rated twice while I was streaming. You can decipher. Let me show this. You can decipher what this name says. You can decipher what this name says. These are all of his viewers coming to my stream and calling me really, really foul things.
Oh,
So,
I get it.
I got bot rated twice. We've had to ban like over 200 people, and he is fully aware that this is happening. This is him right here. He said, "My editor missed a part of blurring her name, and I'm fixing it now." The video came out 2 days ago, and I am still in the video. He has yet to remove my section in the video.
Yep.
It has been 48 hours. It has been over 48 hours. You have had more than enough time to take me out of your video, or at the bare minimum, censor it or moderate your comment section. So he said,
well, I mean, if he's able to comment on the account, then he has access to the account. So he could have also privated the video or unlisted the video until it was fixed.
She was standing up for viewers. She's probably one of the nicest streamers I've ever encountered while doing this. If it becomes a problem, I'll just crop it out of the video. It has become a problem. It has become a gigantic problem. I had to take yesterday off. Like, okay, streaming is my main form of fucking income. You have made me take a day off from streaming, and you completely took over my fucking stream 2 days ago, and you killed my mood. The comment section, the comment section is full of people they keep linking my Twitch channel, and he's not doing anything. I tried to contact him on Instagram. He did not respond to me. I tried to contact him on Discord, but he has DMs turned off, so I sent him a friend request. He did not accept my friend request. I sent him an email. He did not listen. He did not respond to my email. I tried to DM him on Twitter, but I could not DM him on Twitter because his DMs are turned off. I tried to contact him on almost every single social media platform that I could find that he has an account on, and it was to no avail.
Okay.
Absolutely no avail. Saren actually even commented under this video, and I'm pretty sure he deleted the comment that Saren posted. So he said,
Serious question, take away the stream, take away the camera. Isn't this just a stripper? So you think that she's a stripper? Why do you think that she's a stripper? What about what she's doing is like a stripper? I'm curious, like what's the like how do you get there? Because you've typed this like 5 times. I agree with the harassment sucks, but as you said before, talking about your feelings to this extent on the stream is always met with negativity. Well, it's general. I mean, I think most people are being positive and most people support her, but there are obviously going to be like some people who are negative, right? But what I'm saying is that the reason why they are negative actually doesn't have anything to do with the situation. I'm really confused about this. Of course, this is a WoW player. Go into a strip club and throw money and say what you want. It's the same thing. What makes it worse is the person has enabled others to be involved. Well, that's actually not true. Like, if you go and you harass a stripper, they kick you out of the fucking strip club. Like, you get thrown out. You think they want to deal with that? Yeah, you'd be gone. Like, what is the... Like, if somebody went to a strip club and they were harassing one of the strippers, they would be removed. So, like, how's this even a question? Like, I don't understand. So, like, how is this like a stripper? I'm still not understanding how this has anything to do with this being a stripper. Does this person have any argument? Like, is there any sort of explanation? Like, you've been spamming this for a while, and you were celebrating the fact that somebody else disagreed with me in a stupid way that I banned them. Like, what about... I mean, you've been going at this for, like, how long? You've been doing it for over 10 minutes. You've been doing it for pretty much the entire duration of most of this video. So, like, I mean, and now you're not typing anything. All I'm asking you is, like, can you explain your thinking? You and your YouTube editor have been farming people like this guy for months. Don't be surprised whenever there are extreme incels in here. Well, I farm all kinds of people because I talk about things and I give my opinions on them. I take no accountability, and I'm not sorry if there's incels that watch my stream. Because there are some opinions that I have that incels that resonate with incels, and they say, oh yeah, I agree with you. And I'm not sorry for that, because I'm not trying to court incels. I'm not trying not to court incels. I'm trying to talk about what my opinions on different subjects are based off of how I see those subjects and where where I'm going with them, right? That's it. It's not complicated, is it? Like, I'm not gonna, like, any crazy person that watches me, I don't care. I've guaranteed there's crazy people that watch me. This person just has no response. How did you not use the word defamation even once now? Is lying about them in public and hurting their personal and professional life with clear damages? Because that's something that's to be determined by the law. Like, I don't care about what the law is. You understand? Like, this is not relevant to me. What I care about is what I think is the right or the ethical thing to do. The rules should always be followed. You should never, like, there's never a point where, because you feel morally aggrieved, you should be able to break the rules. I don't agree with that. Because if we had that, then everything in the world would be chaos. But that's not my decision to make. Okay, so this is just a person who spammed me that I'm wrong, and then whenever they had the chance to explain themselves, couldn't say anything. Because they know they're a fucking moron. She should have banned the guy. And I said that at the beginning of this video. She should have absolutely banned him. She's right. And she didn't know how to do that. Big surprise. Somebody new to the job doesn't understand it. Oh my God.
Says this, and then this is that his viewers said, dude, don't
but
be
she does now,
simp.
yeah.
I would refund that shit. Refund the money for that girl. Too late. She's already getting spammed and follow botted. And then someone says, no, she is toxic. I go and break her soul. And then I went into her stream and told her that, and she already knew, and she said she wasn't going to copyright Yulo, but she is mad, and I got banned from her chat for talking about it.
This is what people do, right? And this is yeah, what a freak. Yeah, these are freaks. And this is what happens. It's not healthy. No. And also, like, I don't know how much T-Mole is really even responsible. Like, he's not really, like, he is and he's not, right? So, like, obviously he fucked up by having her in the video. Obviously he fucked up by not blurring it out. Obviously it was a bad idea. But, like, he really isn't responsible for what somebody else does themselves. No, he 100% is? No, he's not. He's not, because this other person has free will and they chose to harass her. He's not. He's not directly responsible. Now, did he obviously make it worse? Yes, he obviously made it worse. Is he a piece of shit for doing that? He's absolutely a piece of shit for doing that. But it's not caused, like, the harassment. Please do not take these people's agency away from them. These, in a lot of cases, are either late teenagers or grown adults. These are people that, if they committed a crime, they would probably be tried as an adult. Because they have their own autonomy, they have their own free will, and if you take that away from a person, you're not doing them any favors. These are bad actors, and they exist. Here's another perspective, too. These bad actors exist on YouTube organically. Like, T-Mole might not even be doing, like, for example, like, I do have incels in my community. The same as almost every other male streamer does. And even some girl streamers have incels in their community by some weird fucking twist of fate. But the reality is that just because I create content that somebody might agree with doesn't necessarily mean it's my fault that they have those opinions. I did not cause them to have those opinions. Could it be argued that his content cultivates this environment? It's always, it's a pie chart, right? It's like how much of it is his content, how much of it is his behavior, how much of it is his moderation, how much of it is the culture, how much of it is the YouTube culture, and how much of it is people from outside sources. All of these things fit into it.
Got banned from her chat for talking about it. It shows her name in the donation, and it says her name in the donation. Change it quick.
Yeah, it's
Don't
all
want
of
you to
them.
get copyright striked. T-Mole, there's people that found out the girl's Twitch name, and they are in her chat right now. You might want to blur her name in the last donation.
Yeah.
Look, her name is visible at this timestamp. T-Mole, quick, at this timestamp, it shows her name. Quick change before it gets copyright striked. Spudsy Bud is so triggered. T-Mole, you forgot to blur.
And this is the thing that makes it worse, right? Is that, like, should she copyright strike the video? Like, I wouldn't, like, I would try. I don't think that she should copyright strike it because I think that I think this is harassment, and it's not really as much copyright infringement as it is harassment. And I wish that people would use the harassment features on YouTube and report people for harassment rather than copyright striking them. Both? Well, no, right? And if she wants to do that, that's her right to do that. I'm just giving my opinion. I wish that more people would, like, whenever you're being harassed, use the harassment mechanisms and the tools that are provided to you with that versus using the copyright strike mechanism. Because I think that's more accurate.
His name in your last dono, and they are talking about it in her stream right now. Anyone find that streamer, want to say something? Spudsy. So, unless, bruh, that chick is actually cringe. I said the game she was playing is cringe and got insta-banned.
Can't take a joke. This is the mind of a YouTube commenter, of a red pill community YouTube commenter. That's it. His video title is Trolling Celebrity Streamers with Donations. It was so deliberate. Yeah, I mean, there it is. Of course you got banned. It's just that this is... Remember what I said about, like, how a lot of these guys that are always like, oh, well, you can't even talk to women now or you're going to get charged with sexual harassment? And if you actually listened to them and spent any time with them, you would realize that immediately what the real problem is. It's like the one guy who talked about how he had all these problems with women and he used to be an incel, and then you go into his room and his room is full of a bunch of, like, fucking like half-naked lolly figurines. It's like, it's obvious.
Take a joke. You gave her over $50 and her response is to threaten to copyright strike you. First of all,
$50.
no amount of money will let me... No,
Well, you have to understand that, like, this commenter's probably 11 years old. So, like, $50, like, he only gets that on his birthday and Christmas. So it's like, in his mind, $50, I mean, like, that's a lot of money, right? Think about how many V-Bucks that is. And so, like, yeah, obviously.
Give me enough money to let you harass me and harass one of my viewers. I do not care how much money you give me. I, thankfully, am a decent enough human being to not.
Well, maybe she does care, but it needs to be more than $50 fucking dollars. It needs to be like at least like $400, like $1,000, like $700. Like, you want to harass somebody? Come on, $50? That's nothing.
About the money when it comes to people's mental health and people's feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah. this, okay, I'm gonna read what Saren just said. Man can't control who watches his videos, but he can't control what's in it. He clearly has no intention of doing the right thing. If he had the intention of doing the right thing, he would take me out of the video.
He should.
I tried to contact him.
He should take her out of the video. Absolutely.
Because my mom that's German took all these things.
Yeah, and this is my opinion. Like I'm not going to get into YouTube TOS. I think that it's wrong for him to put her in the video when she said not to put him in the her in the video. He's not offering any critique. He's not offering any criticism. He's not educating an audience. He's just annoying people for content on YouTube, which is like, you know, I mean, come on. Like, what are you doing, man? Just take her out of the video. Like, how's this even a question? I disagree. No amount of money can buy harassment. Yeah, but it makes it a little bit easier, right? I mean, like, I try to just always with everything, I try to just be as raw and honest as possible. I do. Like, I'm just trying to be as raw and honest as possible. And I understand that might grate people the wrong way, but I do think people would react better if you gave them $5,000 than $50. Like, really? Of course. Like,
yeah, okay. Let me, oh shit. Someone just said this. To be honest, I have been a fan of Timo for, what the fuck? Okay, this one right here. To be honest, I've been a fan of Timo for a while, but I went to Spudsy's stream to see what happened. Timo left out some context and some clips that he didn't share in the video. All I'm going to say is that he may have gone a bit too far. This person's an actual decent human being. They actually did their own research and they figured out what he actually said to me. Wow. Too far, you say?
okay. I mean, I agree with him.
Why has the girl been
True.
blurred? Oh, I know now. What? Spudsy wasn't blurred. Watch out. Didn't blur everything of Spudsy. By the way, dude, the streamer that got mad at me for doing video with her in it, she wasn't fully bepped. I was able to find her, but no, she's saying her Twitch name. Just wanted to let you know so you don't get copyrighted. Bro, that one girl who you blur was being such a female dog. I'm very sorry that she was so mean.
Well, this is just like, you have to understand that like a lot of the people that watch this kind of stuff are like, they're like little boys. They're unironically little boys. So that's what happens. Yeah, I mean, really, like...
I was mean! You harassed me! You harassed one of my viewers! You make content for middle schoolers who's probably, like, they're a bunch of incels, dude. Holy shit. I did nothing wrong. And this is what someone says. Yeah, it's crazy. She's on sub-only mode now. I've never seen a more idiotic, oversensitive, sense of humor lacking chat.
These are always people like the everybody. This is people like their idea of a sense of humor is being mean to somebody else. And the moment that you do that to them, they get upset. Like, not everybody likes being harassed and fucked with. Like, let's be honest. Can we move on? This is boring as hell. Do you really expect me to just stop the video that I'm watching because you don't like it? What do you think is going to happen? You think I'm going to just like end the video because you don't like what? Too bad. Stop. Then I banned him. Anybody who tells me to not watch something or to move on past something, this is an instant permaban. This is an instant permaban.
Oh, I can't with these fucking comments. Mm-hmm. Not wrong. Wow, I totally know us. I did nothing wrong. I explicitly said that I did not want to be in the video. He did not have my consent. And he does not care. So that's why I'm talking about this. He hijacked my stream when I went live the other day. And when the video went live,
You respond to his comments.
let me pull something up really fast.
I'll get to that.
Okay, I'm not going to show this because this is personal stuff, but on the day that the video went live, I got 189 followers on Twitch. Yesterday, while I was offline, I
Why
got...
don't you stop reading comments? Well, I mean, like, wouldn't this kind of stuff bring more views and attention to the guy's channel? I can sort of understand her reasoning for the video, but it feels like throwing gas on the fire. Yeah, and like this is kind of like what the problem is with content like this, is that it definitely does draw attention to the content, but there's also like there's a lot of people on the spectrum of enjoying content like this, and I think that there's a lot of people, for example, who enjoy like the posting annoying videos of annoying somebody, but like whenever they see that it's actually truly hurting somebody or harassing them, it's not fun to watch anymore. And there's also people that like it whenever a person gets harassed because they have some sort of like resentment towards, a girl or people that play Final Fantasy or streamers in general, right? And so there's definitely like there's a huge spectrum of people that watch content like this. And I would say a video and commentary like this does affect that, in my opinion, middle ground of people that see something like this and it's off-putting to them that the content that they were watching is now like it feels weird, right? It's kind of like what happened with like YouTube pranks after people discovered that they were fake, that people stopped watching YouTube pranks basically, right?
...112 followers, and today so far I've gotten 27. I average about 10 followers a day, so I have been getting follow botted. I have been getting also a lot.
I don't think she's getting follow botted. I think it's just people following her so they can talk in her chat because she probably had follower only mode on. I don't know if she's getting follow botted.
A lot of people have been creating accounts with the sole purpose of saying horrendous shit to me, and honestly, I'm pretty fucking disgusted. I am standing up for myself. I did not give my consent to me in this video. His community went over his way to harass me.
Well, I mean, I don't think that's really the point. The point is that like she actively said that she didn't want to be in the video. Like, it would be one thing if she never said anything about it, and if she never said anything about it, I would have been like, oh, well, yeah, he's an asshole for doing that, but like, it is what it is. But like actively saying no is very different than saying nothing. And by the way, again, every normal person thinks this. If you think that there's not a difference there, you have an agenda.
Me death threats. I have had to lock down every single one of my social media platforms. My Twitter is everything is private.
Yeah.
I stream for fun. And people like T-Mall are the exact reason why people hurt themselves over the internet.
Of course.
Hang the f*** on. So this guy makes videos of other people. Fine, fair. So when you say you didn't want to be a part of it, he goes ahead, he doesn't care. Yeah, no, he doesn't care. Because, unfortunately, I am a small content creator. I don't have a voice. So he probably goes to smaller content creators to harass them.
Somebody just try to tell TMZ you don't want to be in their video. I think that paparazzi is parasitic, and I think it should be illegal. Yeah. I think it's just it's stalking. Yeah, I want to make sure that I'm completely consistent about this. Yeah, absolutely.
Get reactions out of them, and then he puts them into videos, and because I have 8,000 followers on Twitch. So isn't this all actually 100% actually reportable YouTube? I highly doubt YouTube is going to do anything because
it's unlikely that YouTube will do anything, but I do think that like harassing and trolling people and then whenever they say like don't put me in your video, I do think YouTube should at least like message this person and say like stop doing it. Or like maybe a community guideline strike. Like I mean, is this enough to like say somebody should get their channel banned for this? Like it's very hard to say. But I do think that YouTube should like respond or at least give them a warning. Be like, hey, if you're gonna fuck around with people like this, like you need to make sure that you get their consent before you upload it, right? Especially if the nature of the interaction is hostile. She can get the video removed for harassment. Well, that's up to. I mean, that's up to YouTube, right? I don't know.
The content he took in question came from my Twitch. So it's not YouTube content that he took. Yeah, I know. Like, there's no way that was sincere. If he gave a about what was going on, he would edit out the section of that video.
I will give him a little bit of credit and say that I don't have any editing software on my PC, and if I wanted to edit that part of the video, I would have to go on a second PC and do it. And he has said he has like 1 million subs or something like that. So he probably is in the same position where he doesn't actually edit the videos himself. So he has somebody else do that completely for him. You can do it on YouTube. Yeah, but he might not know that. I know that you can do that on YouTube now.
He would completely edit it out. He would filter out the comments.
Yeah.
But he's not. He doesn't care. It's this kind of pranking content that it's disgusting. He makes content dedicated for actual fucking children.
Oh yeah, I mean, I used to watch bum fights. Like I was a 14-year-old before. I would have loved stuff like this. Absolutely. And I bet 14-year-olds now love it. For sure. Like I totally get it. I know bum fights. Yeah, we used to watch bum fights constantly.
Let me... The goal is making money for reviews. Because, yeah, I am far from the person he tried to portray me as. He tried to portray me as someone who is a bitch and can't take a joke. I can take a joke.
You shouldn't have to take a joke. The whole idea that you should have to take a joke is ridiculous. If you go over to somebody and you invade their space and you disrespect them and you're rude to them and they push back on it, no, it's not their responsibility to take a joke. It's your responsibility to act like a normal fucking person. Like, you banter with friends. Like, you don't banter with, like, a random person you've just met. That's not how you communicate and act around people.
I can usually take a fucking joke, but when it comes to the part where you're harassing me and you're harassing one of my viewers and then I start getting death threats, yeah, it's not really a joke anymore now, is it? When I have to private everything and take a day off from something...
Well, you have to understand that what she needs to do is she needs to make it to where, like, it's follower-only mode for, like, 30 minutes. Because, like, any kid that's going to make an account like this isn't going to have the attention span to sit there for 30 minutes. Like, within 5 minutes, he's going to be on his phone thinking about something else, watching the next Andrew Tate clip, and he's going to have totally forgotten about this situation in a half hour because he has to take out the garbage. So, just give it some time, and it'll be fine. And you can also set it to verified users only with phones. That's also a pretty good idea, too, because most people aren't going to go through the effort of getting a fake phone number just to argue with you for 2 seconds in chat. T-Mall tweeted right now. Yeah, I'll look at it after this.
It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And the thing that scares me the most is that this guy is a father. He has a daughter. And I really hope that he doesn't raise his daughter the same way that he's been portraying himself to his community.
True.
Like, that is
that
is not an ideal thing. Did Ginger Kratos give you any advice? Just say my piece. I'm showing that, like, these are all the bans that I've had to go through.
Okay.
I've had to ban people constantly. I've gotten hate messages in his video, everything. And and I did nothing wrong. Who
No,
is
she
harassing?
didn't.
His name
Yeah, she didn't do
is
anything
T
wrong.
Small or whatever the T Small, T-Mald.
I do think there's also like an element of reality to this, and it's hard for me to have a conversation about this because wait, did she dox his daughter? What? Wait, what are you saying? You typed this 3 times. Why are you typing this 3 times? What is this? Anyway, while this will probably take 15, 20 minutes for them to explain themselves, I'm assuming, right? Yeah. And so anyway, there is a certain reality on the internet that you will experience harassment like this that will happen no matter what. Even if this guy never made a video about her, there will be people that will come into your stream and collectively harass you. And there is like, it doesn't make it okay whenever it happens, but you have to be smart about how you handle it to reduce it from happening more often. It's kind of like whenever I was getting annoyed on Twitch, in WoW, whenever I turned off the setting that showed other player names, it immediately made people stop doing it because they really only wanted to have their character name on the screen. And whenever they couldn't do that, well, then it's not a problem. She gave them exactly what they wanted. Well, yeah, but you can't expect a person. Is it possible that she brought his daughter up in a way to indirectly bring grief to his family for what he did? So you're changing the point. What about it is doxing? Like, no, you said doxing. Like, let's get back to your point because you're changing what you're saying now. You're talking about like some sort of grief or whatever. What is the doxing? Yeah, and so anyway, it's good to have tools and resources to remove this from your to lower the chance of this happening. Thanks for raising awareness on this, Asmon. Laws are limited because of free speech. This kind of harassment is walking the line. I don't care about the law. You're never going to put somebody in jail for this. He could be doing it in another country. It's never going to matter. I only care about talking about whether this is like a good or a bad thing. The law does not dictate morality. Usually it follows it to a general degree, but it is not a one-to-one. And so you should never use the law as a barometer for what's right and what's wrong. She points out that he has a daughter, something people wouldn't really know unless she brings it up. Can you define doxing for me? Because, actually, wait, no. We're wasting too much time on this. This is insane. Has he made it public that he has a daughter? Yes. Okay, then we all know it's not doxing. He's obviously a retard. There's no reason to even spend a second longer thinking about this. Anyway, but yes. Anyway, like, if she wants, like, I will sit down with her and explain some of these things that she can do. Because there's a lot of streamers that are new. They don't understand this stuff. And of course, right? They have no idea, because why would they? But, like, streaming on Twitch, there's a lot of, like, kind of pitfalls that you can walk into that you might not really understand because you're not familiar with what the game is. I mean, it depends, man. I'm all for generally being a good person. One day morality changes and being good is now a crime. I'm sorry. I'll jump on the hate wagon and not go to jail. I don't care what people's opinion is. Like, if I think something's wrong, then it's wrong. I don't need anybody else to tell me whether it's wrong or not. Everybody else in the world can think that I'm wrong, and if I think I'm right, then I'm still right. Why would you ever let your own thinking be decided by a democracy? You decide what you agree with and what you disagree with. Nobody else gets to tell you what you are okay with and not okay with. That's your right as a being that exists. Don't give that away.
I don't know. But let me play another video for you guys.
Here we go.
This is from my stream, actually.
All right.
Some guy with 1.3 million YouTube subscribers. So sorry. I just got a follow from someone. Someone just followed me. Their username is SpudsyBud KYS.
Oh, let me make sure you guys can see it. Yeah.
This is why I'm not ignoring this situation. I'm having people like this. And he made a video, and I'm in it. And I told
It's
the guy who
deranged.
made the
Yeah,
video that
it
I
is.
did not want to be in that video. And I said to him, like, if you put me in that video without my consent, I'm going to copyright strike you. I'm not linking it. No, I don't want, like... And for the past, like, 5 hours, I have been getting harassed on almost every single social media platform.
Okay. Was this is like fucking the town music? Jesus.
1.3 million subscribers, yes. I know, okay. Okay, you have to understand, dude, I do not want to copyright strike him, but for the past 3 to 4 hours, I have been getting non-stop followers, and people have been saying horrendous to me. They've been saying horrible to me. I did nothing wrong. I just didn't want to be in the video.
Guys, update his video. Yeah, I'll talk about that whenever it's
Twitter,
over.
People are DMing me on Twitch. I haven't checked Instagram yet. People are commenting on my YouTube videos.
Okay.
Mostly finishes around there.
Yeah, got it.
But yeah, this is pretty much what happened. I haven't really been on the internet yesterday. I am actually quite upset because I have
The only update after your take and viewers calling him out on it? Yeah, it's probably true, but at least it happened. Like, I'm not going to shit on the guy for doing the right thing. Like, he should have done it earlier. He's being a piece of shit for not doing it. He shouldn't have done the video in the first place. Yeah, he did a lot of bad things, but at a certain point, it's like, okay. Like, the good thing happened. All right, now we can move on. You know, that's my perspective, because like my goal is usually to solve a problem. He's a hard-headed old man. Me? Oh, hi, Casey. Casey, what the fuck? Why do I always say that the wrong way?
I have quite a bit of things to do this week, and this is messing with me a little bit.
Weird name. Casey.
It's
like
just,
high
it's
C.
not cool. It's not funny. It's harassment. I did
Maybe think of another
absolutely
Casey.
nothing wrong. I was a butt dial. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about it.
Yeah.
It's more likely Spuds gets taken down. Yeah, it is. It's unfortunate, but I am nobody in comparison to him. He has 1.3 million subs on YouTube. I have 1,000.
Bigger number, better person. You know how it is.
Like, I'm nothing compared to him. I don't have a voice. So I was honestly really dreading talking about this on stream, because if I do make a video about this, I'm gonna get nonstop hate. People.
Oh, you'll get that no matter what. And the more popular you get, the more hate you're gonna get. And there's nothing you can do about it, and it'll never stop until you quit making content. That's just the way it is. I get hate all the time. All kinds of bad stuff happens to me, and it'll happen to you too. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's not fair. It's not right, and it's gonna always happen. So it's like, it's not about, like, it's not about avoiding it. It's about being able to reduce it and being able to deal with it in a healthy way. Is life a public image? It is. That's the truth. And it's like I can understand, like, some people might see some dissonance with what I'm saying, right? because I'm going and I'm saying, like, this guy's wrong for doing this, he's bad for doing this, but at the same time, I'm saying it's going to happen no matter what, and you need to just deal with it. And, like, both of these two things are true at the same time.
People aren't going to care that I got my feelings hurt, because in the eyes of the internet and in the eyes of the young kids that watch his content,
True.
I apparently took it too far. I couldn't handle a joke, and he gave me $50, you're being such a... I don't care.
Yeah, this is just the way that kids are, right? I mean, like, that's the way it is. And, yeah, nobody cares about feelings. Well, I mean, she does, right? And that's really what matters. And so if she cares about it and it bothers her, then that's obviously what the issue is. I'm trying to rationalize. Yeah, you can't rationalize the thought process of a 10-year-old. Right? You're not going to understand that. It's not going to make sense. And there's also plenty of adults that do that. But in a way, it's less steep the less that you're known. Well, yeah. I mean, and this is kind of like what the problem is, because like this guy brings up a really good point in chat. I'll show you guys his message. I've been trying to bring up like good commenters and good chatters sometimes too, because I do feel like it creates a bad feedback loop whenever I only bring up bad boys. But like this guy brings up a really good point too. He says it's less steep the less you're known, isn't it? It is. Like, if nobody knows who you are, nobody can harass you. I assume that you get adjusted to it as you grow, but imagine taking it the scale of hate out of nowhere. Yeah, exactly. It's like you're level 15, and it's fine whenever you're fighting other level 15s. But if you have level 30, if Stitches comes in from fucking Duskwood, and he starts attacking you, and you're not leveled up for that, well, then you're going to be fucked. And it's like, yeah, if you're max level, it's totally fine. You can handle it. But she's not max level. She's just getting farmed. Yeah, she's level 5. She's not ready to do Stitches. She's not even ready to do Hogger. No, you're right about that, bro.
When I tried to contact him on Twitter, let me actually find that screenshot. But when I tried to contact him on Twitter, I said...
Somebody says you can't have feelings if you're going to work on Twitch. No, you're right. You're right. That's true. True.
God, I need to find it. I sent the message at like 6 a.m. my time because I couldn't sleep because I was getting nonstop. Thankfully, though, there have been a few of his chatters that have... There have been a few of his commenters that stood up for me, but the Instagram message was pretty much along the lines of, I contacted him, I asked him like, hey, can you please take my section of your video out? I am getting death threats. People are harassing me on every social media platform. And I even said, I will give you all of your money back. Just please take me out of the video. I don't want to be in it.
Yeah.
So thankfully, there are some sane people that watch him. Someone said...
Well, there's... I mean, like, you have to understand that, like, if this story was... If, like, for example, you broadcast this story on, like, mainstream news, or Philip DeFranco covered this, or any sort of content creator with a wide mainstream audience covered this, the guy would be unequivocally in the wrong. Like, an average general population that sees this would view him as being completely in the wrong in every capacity. The only people that don't see that are other people that are like angry kids on YouTube, which is like a 3 to 5% of the actual population. I don't think anyone disagrees with that. Yeah. Normal people would shit on a guy. They would.
I followed her, and she's getting death threats on Twitter. She was actually very nice. Some of you followers need to stop it. Ain't that serious? You're making it seem like T-Mall is a bad person.
Yeah, it does make him look really bad. It does.
Scalet person said I was being a bitch, and they were gonna come and harass me on stream and hurt my ego or something like that. And then, so this person is defending me to her. This commander guy's an actual Chad. What is wrong with you people? Leave her alone. Just get laughs from Teemul and stay out of other
Yeah.
people's business. Cut the clip out, bro. Followed her and I told her I came from Teemul. She's a very sweet individual. Watching her for a good 30 minutes, commenting back to me. Then she would get some threats on Twitch, and that's when she had to break down on stream and put her comments to subscribers only. She really thinks she can't continue streaming anymore because of some of y'all. And then, here's Saren. Actual fucking Giga Chad Saren. If it becomes a problem, brother, she was subjected to hours of harassment, which left her crying, and you still haven't done anything about it. It's already a problem, and it's still there. Your red-pilled Andrew Tate wannabe viewer base are disgusting, and you lack the brain cell to have any sense of urgency on a serious matter. I subbed to say this, lol. I don't think he meant for it to go that way. I'm really sorry he's got a terrible fan base. I actually had just...
I mean, the thing is, like, you can't be responsible for what your viewers do. I mean, you can be responsible for what you do and what, like, some degree of the intent behind it is. But at the end of the day, like, it's to a degree. Yeah, it's not that you are or you're not. But ultimately, everybody is responsible for their own behavior. And that includes his viewers.
Came to check out your stream from there. No hate. You were defending your chatter and didn't want to be in a video. Honestly, I feel like what was meant to be a joke and good fun has turned into something much different. I feel as though it went the opposite direction of how it was supposed to go, and I'm really sorry you're receiving hate and harassment for it. That's super uncalled for, especially when you had no reason to receive it. Yeah, I did nothing wrong. It was... Yeah, no, I honestly am pretty scared to talk about this anymore and put this video on YouTube because like I said, I am so unbelievably small in comparison to him, and people are going to see my video and assume that I'm just trying to, like...
Somebody says, could you think of a solution for harassment? Yeah, don't let people talk to each other. That's the only way to solve harassment. Don't let people talk to each other or interact with each other at all. If nobody can interact with each other, then you won't have any harassment. Problem solved. So the truth is that you can't really stop it, but you have to give people the tools to be able to deal with it. Now, is Tectone bullying Enviosity any different than this? Envy doesn't take Tectone's jabs as a joke, and he feels threatened, but Tectone keeps shitting on him because Tectone wasn't using Enviosity whenever he says mint picker, and then somebody calls Enviosity a mint picker. Then I don't think that Tectone's calling him that. He's not bullying him by doing that. Also, like, I had no problem saying that Tectone, like, probably shouldn't have put him in the title. That was stupid. I said that was bad. Actually, you know what? That was a gotcha. That is a permaban. I was actually just thinking about that. Yeah. Fuck. I guess their name got lost. So I'll ban them next time they say something stupid. It won't take that long, I'm sure. But yeah, anybody that does a gotcha like that, who, like, intentionally misinterprets two different situations to try to, like, argue with me, this will be a permaban, but I will answer your question. It'll just cost you your account. And also, Enviosity brought up his marriage after that, and that's what I really criticized.
Get attention or something when I just don't want to be harassed. I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, okay, so that's the end of it. Yeah, this is really bad. This is super bad. So yeah, I totally support her. I'll link you guys the video, and we'll see what this guy... So this guy apparently responded for that. So there's her video. Make sure, yeah, I mean, if you agree with it, everything, give her a like. I mean, give her some support. I mean, she's only got 1,000 subscribers, right? So, like, coming out with something like this is probably really scary, and, you know, you're, like, worried about getting harassed, etc. Anyway, so let's read it. So this is what he says on Twitter. Hey, usually the donating to streamer videos are in good fun, but this situation clearly has gone too far. I should have never posted the clip of her in there, and we'll be removing it. It's currently updating now. If any other streamers were upset by it, please contact me. I mean to poke fun and give donations in a way to do so, and I admit it goes too far sometimes. If I do this again, I will likely reach out beforehand. What happened? Donate funny and sometimes rude things to streamers for a reaction. I think that you can donate things, but just like don't be rude to them on purpose, right? It's just like, the truth is that it's just a shitty thing to do. You're just going to be rude to this person for content. Like, well, that sucks. Like, I get it. I've done it myself. I know, but like, it's still bad. It's still obviously bad, especially when they say they don't want to be in video, you know? The goal is to have fun with it, and I want both of us to leave the situation laughing, which most streamers don't mind. Clearly, she did, and I posted it anyway. It wasn't cool of me. I'm old enough to realize I shouldn't have posted it. So I'm removing the clip from the video. It should take a few hours, I'd imagine. Okay. I was not able to personally reach out to her. As I looked her up, she has me blocked. Understandable. This should have never happened. I need to be better. Yeah, I mean, like, again, it shouldn't have happened. He fucked up, but I feel like he did completely take accountability for it. And really, this isn't that bad of an apology. Like, he didn't blame anybody else. Like, I don't think this is that bad. Like, I've seen a lot of apologies, and for me, like, whenever I determine, like, whether an apology is a good apology or not, it's about whether the person takes accountability for what they did or whether they blame some other sort of outside force. This person is taking accountability for what they did. They said that it was wrong. They're fixing the problem. Now, is this happening as a result of maybe me watching the video? Probably, yeah. Now, should it have happened before? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, the guy isn't doing it. He got rid of it. He apologized. And that's the best you can expect out of a situation like this. And his future behavior is going to really be the indicator whether he's sorry or not. Like, I can't hold this person accountable. Can't really do anything. I'm just saying, hey, I think this is wrong. People made mistakes. Yeah, it was a mistake for sure. It was. But whatever he did now, trying to fix it, the damage to the girl has been made, unfortunately. That's the worst part. It definitely is. Yeah, and he really fucked up. He did. He did definitely fuck up. Absolutely. It's not even a question. Obviously, he fucked up. Also, he tried to contact her as bullshit. I don't know if that's bullshit or not. I maybe it is, maybe it's not. But at the end of the day, you know, the rest of it is pretty much accurate. I watched part of T-Mole's video uploaded earlier. He showed the part where he said he doesn't have permission to use her as content. His immediate response was, fuck it, if I blur her, she's going to play that game. Fuck it, I'll blur her if she's going to play that game, and then proceeds to leave her name unblurred. What the fuck? Yeah, and like, I have no problem. Like, he obviously acted in bad faith. He did something wrong. Like, everybody sees that he obviously did something wrong. Nobody's saying that he didn't do anything wrong. My perspective is that trying to, like, force somebody and, like, shit on them and bully them and attack them, like, my goal whenever I look at a situation like this is solving the problem. I don't care about punishing this person. I can't do that. I don't want to go and harass them. Like, if they do it again, then I'll make another video. But the reality is, same as I would with anything like this. But the reality is that this person did a video. The video was bad. He got called out for it. The video's gone, and he apologized in a way that I think is relatively fair. Ultimately, he'll only gain popularity out of this. I think that you have a misunderstanding for how YouTube works. I wouldn't say the problem is solved, though. The damage is done. She's still going to get harassed. Yeah, I agree. I think that's what's going to happen. His apology's hollow as fuck means almost nothing since he's fixing it now because he got caught. You're right. But at least he's fixing it now. At least something is happening. That's my point. Like, I understand that. I totally understand what you're saying. I totally get it. But yeah, there's the video of this girl, and, you know, if you want to counterbalance it, try to give her some support. I think that she deserves it. This is really kind of shitty that happened to her. It fucking sucks. People sometimes need outside motivation to change themselves. Yeah, and, like, I mean, I'm not going to go through and debate whether he's really sorry or not. He could have doubled down. He didn't have to delete the video. He could have tried to pull, like, oh, Asmon's being a simp card. There are people that believe that. And, you know, he could have tried to play that game, but he didn't play that game, and I would say that's just a positive thing.